Once upon a time, a boy named Sonu lived in a village. Sonu owned many things. His cupboard was filled with clothes. His toy box was packed with toys. His shoe rack was loaded with shoes. His bookshelf was stuffed with comics and books. And his pencil box was crammed with pencils. Sonu didn't want to share his things. Mama told Sonu not to waste anything. She asked him to give away the things he did not need. But Sonu did not listen to her.
Sonu, why don't you give away some of your toys and clothes to those who need them?
Mom suggested kindly.
No, Mom. I want to keep them all. I don't want to give anything away.
Sonu replied stubbornly. One afternoon, Sonu sat in the lounge and was playing with his toys. Mike, the neighbor's son, peeked through the window. He watched Sonu with interest.
Can I play with you, Sonu?
Mike asked eagerly. Sonu scowled and said,
No, go back to your house and play with your own toys.
Mike felt a bit dejected. He went back to his house. One day, there was a fire in the village nearby. The fire burned all the houses in the village. John, the driver of Sonu's school bus, lived in the village. His house was also burned in the fire. The next morning, Sonu boarded his school bus with his friends. As they were talking, Tommy said to him with a worried expression,
Hey, Sonu. Did you hear? Uncle John's house burned down in a fire last night.
Then Andrew said,
Now he and his children have no clothes, no toys, and no school bags.
Sonu's heart sank to hear the news.
Oh no. We have to do something to help.
Tommy nodded sympathetically. As the bus reached at the school, and they all stepped out, their minds filled with thoughts. During lunch break, Sonu and his friends sat in the school cafeteria. They were discussing about how they could help John's family. Tommy spoke up first.
I have many clothes that I don't wear anymore. I can give some to Uncle John's children.
That's a great idea, Tommy.
Sonu said.
I can give some toys from my collection.
Andrew said.
I have some extra shoes and school bags that I can give away. And I think I have some books and copies too.
We can gather all these things and give them to Uncle John's family.
Sonu said. When Sonu returned home, he told his mother about the fire and also about John. Then he said,
Mom, can I give some of my toys, clothes, and shoes to Uncle John? Do you think it will make him happy?
Mom said,
Yes, Sonu. It would be nice to help him. You should give away the things that do not fit you anymore.
So Sonu took out the clothes and shoes that did not fit him. He packed them into neat packets. When Mom saw so many packets, she said,
Are you sure you want to give away all these things?
Sonu said,
Yes, Mom, I have enough. I hope Uncle John's children feel happy with these clothes and shoes.
Of course they will be,
said Mom.
We should share what we have with others.
Moral: sharing brings happiness. Once upon a time, a poor man lived in a village. He had 4 sons. One day, the poor man called his 4 sons together.
My children,
He said,
I have nothing to give you, no money or land. Go out into the world and learn a skill.
The brothers promised to come back home in 4 years. Each of them went their own way. The first brother met a smart thief. The thief taught him how to steal cleverly. The second brother met a stargazer. He taught the boy to look at the stars and predict the future. He gave the boy a glass and said,
In this, you can see everything in the world.
The third brother learned his trade from a hunter. The hunter gave him a bow.
If you use this,
He said,
you will always hit your mark.
The youngest brother met a tailor. The tailor taught him how to make the finest clothes. The tailor gave him a needle and said,
Use this special needle, and nobody will even notice the stitches.
For years later, the 4 brothers came home, and their father decided to test them. He said,
How many eggs are there in the nest? On top of that tree?
The stargazer said.
5.
Then the father asked,
Can you remove the eggs from the nest?
The thief climbed the tree and took away the eggs. Then the father put the 5 eggs on a table, 1 at each corner and 1 in the middle.
Now shoot,
He asked.
and hit all of them just in one shot.
The hunter hit all the eggs with 1 arrow.
Now,
Said the father,
Put the eggs back in the nest.
The tailor sewed the eggs up carefully, and the thief put them back in the nest.
Well done,
said the father. After a few days, the news came that the king's daughter had been carried off by a dragon. The king announced,
"If any man brings back my daughter, he can marry her."
The 4 brothers decided to rescue the princess. The stargazer said,
I see her on a rock. The dragon is beside her.
The brothers sailed across the sea until they came to the rock. They saw the princess, but the dragon was sleeping near her. The thief crept up and took away the princess, and the brothers carried her off. Soon after, the dragon woke up and flew into the sky above the boat. The hunter took his bow and shot him through the heart. But the dragon fell on the ship and broke it into 100 pieces. Then the tailor sewed up the planks very carefully, and they brought the princess home to her father. Now the brothers began to quarrel.
I saw the princess first,
said one.
I stole her away from the dragon,
said the other.
I shot the dragon,
said the third one.
but you were all drowning.
Said the fourth.
I am the one who sewed the planks.
Then the king said,
I cannot give her to all of you, so let her marry another man.
The brothers were happy with that, and they lived happily ever after. Moral: skills and teamwork can achieve great things.